Please stay until the end in order to get the most out of this video. Please tell me in the comments what you think of this video and if you would like to see videos on a specific related topic. Thanks again for watching. Hello and welcome to another edition of Sales Talk. I'm Dan Martin and I have over 20 years of business, sales, and entrepreneurial experience. And I'd like to take an opportunity and share some of that experience with you today. It's my intention to encourage anyone who has an aspiration to work in sales or any field where you're promoting products and sales. So to help you gain just one tidbit of information that's going to help you get one more over the curb, that one more deal sold. And all the strategies and tactics that we talk about, or most of them, I've used in my businesses, and I have found a degree of success with all of these that I'm about to mention, and a handful that I've never used before. And we'll talk a little bit about that, here shortly. So branding yourself and branding the products and services that you carry currently, or possibly if you ever have a desire to work in sales or a company where products and services are promoted, it's never too early to begin your branding, meaning gaining followers and those people that are engaging in your social media and friends and likes, followers and shares. All of that becomes very, very relevant. I express that to my kids often to this day, that leaving yourself open to working in different fields may require a branding of sorts or a social media presence where you're building following and friends and that kind of thing. So you can never start too young. So I've encouraged them to build on all of those platforms that are available today, so that they may be able to use that later on in the future. So I want to talk about marketing specifically. And we're going to talk about social media and some other forms of marketing. But to begin with, one of the largest platforms that's available to all of us, and it's extremely easy to use, is Facebook, or Meta, as it's called now. So in Facebook, you can promote your products through Facebook Marketplace. You can promote your products on your page, your personal page, and then you can also create a business page that is associated with your page but separate. And that's the important thing, is it keeps your business content separate from your personal content. And when you're engaging with your social media, making sure that you maintain that separation is really, really important, because those people that you're promoting to your friends is going to be far likely than those that you're promoting products and services to through your business page. So keeping those separate is really important. But it's very, very easy to get started with Facebook and Meta. The platforms, many people are already familiar with how to use them. So as far as the ease of operation, that's very, very attractive for using Facebook and Meta as a marketing source and to create a branding, a following, and friendships. So Instagram is associated with Facebook. However, the rules are different, very, very different. So what you post on Facebook and Meta it's most likely going to be different. You can still market and promote the same products, but the way that you do that is going to be different. Where Instagram is going to be more of a post of maybe pictures or a short video. It's going to be more of a testimonial for the products or services that you're offering. And it's a quick snippet and a way to contact you. Again, brand awareness, or keeping yourself in front of the viewers, your viewership. TikTok, that's another platform that can be used. And you can use this platform to entice followers with short videos and funny content. The funnier the better, the more outlandish the better. The more outrageous that that can point eyeballs in your direction. That's really what TikTok is for. LinkedIn is another social media platform that many professionals use, and professionals, it's a professional platform where you can build a professional environment and engage with other like-minded professionals in the same area of expertise or in the same field that you're working in. So, but you want to keep that content as such, where it is professional. And if you're exchanging information, that you should make sure in all platforms, you should make sure that your information that you're sharing is credible. YouTube, that's another great way to promote products. It's a great idea if you're looking to do, say, a features and benefits presentation. Many of us have experienced purchasing a car or vehicle in the past, and one of the routines for the salesperson is to do a walk around features and benefits presentation, where they encourage you to walk around with them. They talk about the vehicle, what size engine's in it, where all the buttons are located, all the special features that this particular model has where another doesn't. You could have the preset radio stations and the integrated monitoring system and the adjustable seats and the memorizations and the heating and the cooling and all of these things that you can do with a walk around features and benefits presentation. YouTube is great for that. It's also a great media source for reviews. Then you can offer reviews for that product. And when you endorse a product, that's the best form of advertising that you can find is reviews. Twitter is another social media platform that you can use. Twitter is used for quick snippets, or it could be just a brief still shot and with a comment that's associated with whatever image that you're promoting. So all of these platforms you can see are slightly different than another, and they all have their purposes. But in all those cases, in every case, building a following and creating a brand for yourself, this is how you can get that done. So with resources like these, branding has been made easier. Conversely, because these platforms are used by so many, how do we stand out? This is where our creativity becomes necessary. Because these platforms have now matured, using them has become more the norm rather than the exception. It's very important to use a social media calendar to help stay engaged with each platform. Most notably is when creating content for your pages, be sure to make it relevant, and secondly, schedule your posts to run between Tuesdays and Thursdays and run them between 5 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. This is important to know because oftentimes when we get up in the morning, the first thing we do is we go to our handheld, our phones. And if we have if we're engaged in a particular, if they see your ad, then they can hold it and they can watch it, they can view it later. But most of them are viewed at between those hours of 5 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. Other forms of marketing, if you don't already have business cards, I encourage you to get them. It's so inexpensive. You can typically buy 500 to 1,000 business cards from $13 to $25. And I used a company called Vistaprint in order to buy my business cards. And you can simply just have your name and phone number on it, but a way for somebody to contact you. If it's a particular product or service that you're promoting, be sure to have that on there. If you've got a tagline that you want to include, or maybe it is your unique selling proposition or USP that you may want to put on your business card, some identification in order to separate you from the other business cards that people have around them. So business cards, you can put them absolutely everywhere and anywhere. So anytime that you engage with another person belly to belly, it's always a great opportunity for networking. And talk about what you do. If you're lost in terms of how to engage in conversation, talk about what you do. Talk about what they do. See how it relates. And then before you end the conversation, always offer to give them a business card so that they have a point of reference to come back to you at a later time when they do have a need for your product or service. But business cards, whenever you go anywhere, when you go out to dinner and you're leaving a tip at the table, leave your business card along with that tip. Maybe even handwrite a special thank you and an offer for a discount for the product or service that you're offering. If you're going through the drive-through window at a fast food restaurant, or any drive-through for that matter, pharmacy, wherever, then leave your business card before you exit. It's a great opportunity for you to engage with that person at the window. Other places wherever you engage, if you go to the grocery store and somebody's helping you check out, hand them a business card. Anywhere that you engage belly to belly with another person is a great opportunity for you to be able to present your business card. I can absolutely guarantee you that it'll be far more welcomed than you think. Sometimes we get a little nervous and taken aback a little bit because we're a little shy at first. Why would they want my business card? Or we feel intrusive. We're interrupting their day. Who am I to offer them my business card? Well, I got to tell you, you're somebody who cares about the product and service that you sell so much so that you're willing to talk about it and scream at the rooftops And that's what all this advertising that we're talking about today and building your brand. And these next few topics are going to be what I call guerrilla marketing sources. And guerrilla marketing is nothing more than being creative, thinking outside the box. And these are some things that I've used in my businesses that have worked out quite tremendously. So we're all familiar with the little Post-it notes. They're usually maybe a 2-inch by 2-inch pull-away sticker that you put on your refrigerator, your window, or in my case, I have my little mantras of affirmations that I remind myself of daily and that kind of thing. But these were actually 8-inch by 5-inch, so they were more of a rectangle shape. And I was able to print my advertisement with my name, phone number. It was a picture of my mattress and furniture showroom that I had displayed on the ad. And I was able to buy, I think it was 500 packs of tearaways for less than $30. And it included my advertisement. It was very, very inexpensive. And I would put these just about everywhere you can think of, much like our business cards. When I'm driving through a drive-through and I'm ordering my food, I would take that sticky note and I would put it on the speaker. So then maybe the next person who was driving behind me saw that and they had a need for a mattress or furniture and they pulled it off and they put it in their car. And I wouldn't be afraid to put 2, 3, and 4 of them on that speaker, litter the speaker with it, And then other things that I would do with those is if I was delivering a mattress or a furniture set, or even if it was an ATV or, personal watercraft to somebody's home and I was in a nearby, say, apartment complex, I would go to that apartment complex and I would put the sticky notes on the entrance and exit doors of each of the buildings and multiple Post-it notes so that if somebody saw that, they could take it, put it on their refrigerator at home. And hopefully 2 or 3 or 4 people would do the same. One of the things I did with those Post-it sticky notes, and the reason that those are so attractive is because they apply very, very easily and they're strong to the stick, but they also don't leave any residue when you tear them away. So you're not offending anybody by putting some sort of permanent sticker on their window that they have to use a razor blade and chop off of their window. So it wasn't anything like that, but I would go to my competitors. Art Van was one of the bigger competitors in Michigan, as well as Gardner White. They're one of the biggest competitors also. And I would go to their parking lots and I would literally put the Post-it notes on the driver's side window of each and every car that was in their parking lot. If they walked out and they didn't buy anything there, then I invited them to come to me to see what I have to offer. Grocery stores, any mall, anywhere that there was a large conglomerate of cars and vehicles, I would take the time and I would go car to car, vehicle to vehicle, and put a sticky note on the driver's side window. So anywhere that you can think of that you can affix a Post-it note to worked out well. Some of the other things that I did was, and we talked about business cards already, is I took the same size business card. It was a magnet that I could order 500 of them for less than $50. And it again had my advertisement on there. It said Queen Pillow Top mattress set, new, $150 with my phone number. Didn't say who I was, just had a phone number on there. So anywhere that was metallic that a magnet would stick to, I would put a magnet there. So some of the examples that I used for these magnets, some of the places I would leave these magnets were on mailboxes, on personal homes. They were made of metal. I would go to mobile home parks where there was anywhere from 200 to 500 homes in that particular park. And I would go to where they kept their mailboxes and I would litter the mailboxes with these magnets for people to take home and put on their refrigerator. No one ever complained about any of the Post-it notes that I'd ever put out or any of the magnets that I ever put out. But one of the most incredible ideas was that when I talked about apartment complexes, I would take these magnets and I would put 4 of them on each of the dumpsters. And many of the apartment complexes had anywhere from 10 to 20 dumpsters that were on their location. So I would put 2 to the right and 2 to the left. And so I had a total of 4 magnets on each dumpster so that people could take them home, put them on their refrigerator, same concept. But I got that idea because when I was delivering a mattress and furniture set to an apartment complex, I noticed that in several of the dumpsters that there were mattresses and furniture in these dumpsters. So it just triggered that, I had this advertising source and I thought, let's try it and see what happens. I got to tell you that it generated 2 to 3 sales every single month by using those magnets. It was very, very effective. And then another source for advertising was a bandit sign. And a bandit sign is simply a corrugated plastic sign. It was literally 24 inches this way by 18 inches this way. So it was a very sizable sign. And I would write my message on each of those signs. I would handwrite them. And again, same type of, it would be whatever message I was trying to convey. And I'm just using the same example over and over again because it was easy to recall. But queen pillow top mattress set, new, $150 with my phone number. And these would be strategically placed throughout the town or city, on the corners of roads or in strip malls or shopping centers, that kind of thing. So there is a methodology there when you're putting these out. But that was by far one of the most effective forms of advertising I had ever used. I can tell you that when I first got into considering putting signs out, that I was thinking to myself, man, I'm the sign guy. I'm going to have to reduce myself to be that guy, the sign guy. And I never really, it was really an internal dialogue, a limiting belief that I had that, why should I care? Who cares, what other people think? My friends and my family. I need to do this for myself and my family. And that's what was important. So when I first started out, it was very slow. I figured, all right, I'll put one out here, one out there, and then just see how it goes. Well, if you put one or two of anything out, it's not going to do much. So I decided one day that I was going to commit to putting 30 signs out in a weekend. And I did that on a Friday. I went out early and I put them around 3 different towns and 30 signs out. And I got to tell you, I had more calls that weekend than I had in months combined before. So the instant gratification of the direct response that I received from those signs was absolutely incredible. And I always knew where they were coming from because I would always ask every single person that would call. I would say, well, how did you find out about me? And nearly every time it was, well, I saw your sign on the side of the road because I just put them out. So they hadn't had time to, go away, or the cities to pick them up, or the competitors to pick them up, which all that happens. But the signs, stayed out there. And people would either take a picture of the sign and maybe refer back to it at a later time when they wanted to call, or they would call right away immediately. And then they would say, well, I was just calling your number in order to put the number in my phone. Okay, well, no problem, since I have you on the line. And then I would talk to them a little bit more about my offering. So I found that bandit signs, from a marketing perspective, gave the most fastest direct response. So great tool. You can use them not just for mattresses and furniture in your business, if that's what you're doing, or you can selling your personal items. If it's a large ticket item, putting those bandit signs out are incredible. If you're promoting your small business out of your home, put them around your neighborhood, or in the nearby counties or cities. They're so effective. And then next is, free advertising sites. We talked already about social media, but free advertising sites. The first one that comes to mind is Craigslist. And if you're selling big ticket items like a car, vehicle, boat, that kind of thing, there is a section for sale by owner, and then also a for sale by dealer. So sometimes with mattresses and furniture specifically, if I were to sell by owner, then it was a free ad. With cars, I would have to pay for the ad if I was a private seller. And then also, if you're a dealer, you still pay for the ads. So you just have to be careful if you want to go for free advertising, to make sure that you're promoting it in different categories that offer for free advertising, instead of maybe the category where it's a paid for category, like cars and vehicles and that kind of thing. So Yelp is another one that you can create an account there, and that helps with your SEO, or search engine optimization. Create a Yelp account, tell Yelp a little bit about your business, and that helps to promote you. You can use sites like Google My Business and Google Shopping. Those are free to create an account and gain exposure and get the name of yourself and your business out there. Create a business name for yourself. If you're not in business legally, you can still have a business name. Call it, your name, and whatever products you're selling. So combine that to create a business name for yourself. Another one is Nextdoor. Nextdoor is a social site where it's really relative to a zip code that you put in, and you can communicate with your neighbors and tell them about what your offerings are and what you're selling. So you can post ads there, and that's all free. And then I decided that for the purpose of this video is just to Google search and find out other free sources of advertising that that you may want to consider. So I encourage you to just do a Google search and put in free advertising sites or sources. And then you'll come up with a laundry list. Some of them that showed up for me that I want to present to you today is Oodle, Oodle, eBay, which a lot of us know, EBAY, and then Hoobly, HOOBLY, and then finally Geebo, GEEBO. However, none of these I can review or say as a source because I haven't used them. But like I said, these are just things, ideas that I'm trying to help you to instill within yourself to think outside the box, to think outside the normal stay in your lane type of advertising, especially if you're just getting started and you need to advertise on the cheap. So the point to all of this is that if you're choosing a career in sales, it's never too early to build your community. The more marketability you can bring to your employer, the more you will stand out to the hiring official. Can you imagine being the interviewer for a sales position in your company and you're interviewing 5 candidates? All 5 are similar education, appearance, and conduct. How will you choose the best fit? Look at their social media accounts. Look at what they share and post. The quality of that content may sway your decision and help you make the decision for a better quality candidate for the job and the responsibilities that you're looking to fulfill. So if you've gotten anything out of this video, please like, share, and please leave comments. If there's anything that you'd like to know more about, that I can either do a specific video, or if you reach out to me in the comments section, we can speak about it directly. I also am a sales coach, so if you'd like to learn more about coaching opportunities, please feel free to reach out. Again, make it a great day, and until next time,